Hello, my name's Tony Porter and I'm standing as your independent candidate in the Pemberton area for the 5th of May 2020 election. Now, a lot of you don't know who I am and a lot of you know who the other people are who are standing, but this is an introduction really, and it's also going to show you the leaflet. I've been walking around delivering leaflets and I've done about 40 kilometres in 4 days. Got very sore feet. Met a lot of people though, and it's all been very positive, so I appreciate that. I did review Councillor Prescott's leaflet. Well, say review. Talked about it, including the copy and paste, stick a picture in where you look, miserable about the litter and all that kind of stuff. So I've done that. So it's only fair that I show you my leaflet, which is this one here. Now, 5th of May, Tony Porter, independent, local election, Pemberton ward. This is your once-in-a-generation, maybe lifetime opportunity for the whole of Wigan. I'll explain what I mean by that. At the moment, we've got a lot of changes going on in Wigan. We've got the proposed demolition of the galleries to build flats, a cinema, hotel, a bowling alley and an indoor golf course with Chinese money, which, let's be honest, is not the most reliable source of money. So it worries me a lot on many levels that we're going to end up, if the actual money runs out or the sanctions against China for whatever reason, we are going to end up with absolutely no town centre whatsoever and just a massive hole or a half demolition place or whatever. If you watch my Wigan Watch videos on the playlist on this channel, you'll see that I've been to a few places where things have not progressed very well, and in Nottingham in particular it's a disaster, so have a look at them if you get a chance. Anyway, it's time to make a change. I for once have had enough of the Labour destruction of our town and its heritage. Time to use common sense, ask the people what they want and tell those in power they need to change. Vote for me for a totally new era in politics in Wigan. Now, one person cannot make a change, cannot make a difference, but oh yes they can. When I defeat Councillor Prescott, I'm going to send shockwaves all the way through the Labour Party. They are going to have to think that, hang on a minute, people don't like what we're doing. As I say later on in here, Councillor Prescott is behind quite a lot of the stuff that's going on at the moment in Wigan that's affecting everybody, including the town centre, including the clean air zone, etc. More of that in a moment. So, pledges. What I pledge to you people is regular meetings every fortnight or so at different times and different places. So it's not the same time, same place. I'm going to do it at different places. So I might do it in a pub one week, in a fortnight, might do it in a cafe, might do it at a church, whatever. Just wherever we can meet people and you can have a chance, because you might be working, every Thursday, every other week. You might not be able to make it anywhere. So different days, different times, different places. That means hopefully I can see all of you, or a lot of you, and we can discuss what we need for the ward. Donate up to off, excluding legitimate expenses of my income from the council to worthy causes in the ward. So an example of that would be maybe an old people's home, paying for some entertainment for them, or giving some money to a food bank, or helping a nursery that needs new equipment, that kind of thing. I'm not doing this for the money, I'm doing this for the people of Wigan. I'm doing this for a reason, and that reason is I want to make a difference. Speak to Kraft Heinz regarding their decision not to invest in Kit Green. I know there's more to it than that, but it would be nice to set up a dialogue with them and actually see what's going on. Ask questions as to why our proud heritage energy providing history is not involved with the green future energies, for example hydrogen or solar power. Why don't we invite big companies to come into the Wigan area and actually invest in Wigan and give jobs to our people of these upcoming industries that are everywhere at the moment. We haven't got any in Wigan that I'm aware of. Attempt to stop the redevelopment of the galleries. Stop building of cycle lanes. Now, cycle lanes, they're everywhere at the moment and they are expensive. Doesn't matter where the money's coming from, they are expensive. If those were bus lanes, cycles could still use them, but buses could use them and taxis could use them. At the moment, we're getting gridlock everywhere where these cycle lanes seem to be going in, and what's happening in the buses and the taxis are getting caught there, and they're the ones pumping out most of the emissions. So what we need to do is get them flowing through the town. So get rid of the cycle lanes, put bus lanes in, cycles can still use them, buses and taxis can use them as well. Better value for money, better for the environment, better for Wigan. question road strategies. Well, there's a whole video on that, again on Wigan Watch, where I just talk about what is going on with the road strategies. It's like, feels like that the council is trying to strangle some of the businesses in town for the sake of cycle lanes that are not being used. Be proud of our remaining heritage and work hard to save what is left for future generations. There's not a lot, I'll be honest. The galleries is, particularly the clock tower, is an iconic building, so we do need to do something with it other than flatten it to build flats. Combat antisocial behaviour. Now, yeah, he goes on for this. We've got clean up, and then we've got fly tipping there, and then we've got dog fouling there. For me, it's one line. It's not even one line. It's from combat antisocial behaviour, from littering, dog fouling. That is it. Because everyone puts that on their thing. Everyone puts it on every time because no one does anything about it. Or when they do, they only do it, for example, when it's election time. Councillor Prescott looking at these rubbish here, and then look at it taken away. Brilliant, but look at that stuff's been there for ages. Grass does not go that colour that quickly. So that's been abandoned, and it's only been done because it's election time. We need a task force of, say, 2 people in a van going round to known hotspots looking for stuff like that and just tidying it up, because if we leave rubbish where it is, more rubbish attracts rubbish. Have you seen the Labour Council? No, joking. Anyway, combat antisocial behaviour. So, I'm adding vehicle speeding in residential areas, look at ways to stop fly tipping, which I've just explained, including maybe having somewhere for builders to put stuff in one place, and then rather than having to go around with big vans to pick up rubble and TV stands and wardrobes and mattresses, they're all in one place. We can deal with them there rather than go all over the ward, all over the Wigan Borough. And make sure a minimum of 50% of all houses built from now on are within reach of our children, as in price-wise, to get onto the property ladder. Local affordable housing for local people. Maybe affordable housing, you can only get affordable housing in Wigan if you went to school, primary school in Wigan. It gives our kids and kids who've lived here their entire life, regardless of where the parents are from, an opportunity to get property without being gazumped by someone coming in from out of town or your rich families down the road kind of thing. So it makes it fair for everyone. About me, all the stuff I do. If you watch my YouTube channel, you know most of that anyway. Clean Air Zone, CAS. Wigan is not initially on the list for the CAS. I'm doing a separate video on this, but yeah, basically Councillor Prescott and the other cabinet members forced us into it. Again, I'm going to do more on this. There was a council meeting the other week, which I'm going to do a breakdown of for you, which I'll do it in the future as well for every council meeting. And then we got the Wigan Town Centre redevelopment, and I put on here the market traders, for example. I mean, I was a retailer within the galleries. In fact, my shop is, where is it? It's there. That's my shop there. Not anymore. I've been kicked out, as is everyone else. Every shop now in the galleries is empty. The only thing that's left is the market, and that's going to stay for 2 years. But all the way around it is going to be a building site and demolition site. I say 2 years, it's probably going to be longer than that because things generally take a little bit longer than what people anticipated. Retailers, shops, got no financial help whatsoever in relocating, no advice, not just me, independent, niggly, doing Wigan Watch videos, upsetting the council, sorry, but also the big companies as well, which is why a lot of the big high street names have gone from the galleries and not reappeared anywhere else because of the way they were treated. I spoke to the managers, I spoke to area managers. They wouldn't go on record, but they were not happy with the way they were being dealt with by the council. So we've lost a lot of jobs and we've lost a lot of reasons to come to Wigan, and it is worrying now that all we've got is Standish Gate, the Grand Arcade, and then a few little bits and pieces just off, and that is it. That's your entire town centre now. for a population, I know that you've got Atherton and Lee and all that kind of stuff, but a population of over 300,000 people should have more in a town centre. Don't get me wrong, I've never said, and it says here, I've never ever said that Wigan Town Centre is perfect. I've never said that we don't need to do something with the galleries. We do need to do something with the galleries, but we don't necessarily need to use Chinese money, and we don't necessarily need to knock it down. We don't need to build 400 flats with 200 parking spaces, a cinema, a bowling alley, indoor golf course and a hotel with very, very small amount of paid for parking spaces, if any at all, considering all the residents. The market traders are being left where they are for 2 years. In that 2 years, in 12 months' time, and then I assume 12 months afterwards, if they can show that their money has gone down, their takings, their profits have gone down by showing the books to the council, then they can get up to 30% rent reduction in arrears, which is nice, isn't it? Not really. A lot of them have actually quit now. There's a lot of stalls that have actually shut, including, I think, the key cutter. I think he's took a retirement because he's not been open for the last couple of days, and he did say he was giving up and going. So basically, oh, hang on. What I'm saying is, lend me your vote for this election. We can defeat the Colossus that is Councillor Paul Prescott and send a clean message to all on the Labour-controlled council that we want change. Let them know not one of them is safe. They're all up again in 12 months' time, including whoever wins this election. But that's good, because this gives them a warning shot. It gives them 12 months to get their heads sorted and to actually make a difference in the way they act, particularly the Labour, well, only the Labour Party. Your Conservative councillors and your independent councillors seem to be there for the right reasons. I'd be happy to work with all of them. Labour I want to work with, and I wouldn't necessarily vote against everything Labour say, because some of the stuff they do is good, but some of the stuff they do is so bad. I mean, how much heritage over the decades have they destroyed, which could have been made into a museum, a tourist attraction, or a novelty area. I mean, towns and cities, they really, really, really grab hold of their history, and that's what makes them. You know, you go to York, it's all about the Romans, it's all about the fabulous cathedral, it's about Harry Potter Street. You know, they've got all these different things going on and people want to go there. I'm not saying we're York, far from it, but we did have a lot of stuff that was worth looking at in Wigan and worth people travelling to, and it's all gone, and it's just all being taken away all the time, and we need to put a stop to it. So on May the 5th 2022, protest, vote, but vote for me. Now, if you vote Conservative and you vote Liberal Democrat, I've got nothing against either of the two people standing, because I've never met them, I have no idea who they are. They might be great, but we're not going to get enough votes to defeat Paul Prescott if we split the vote between the Tory, the Lib Dem and me. Now, a lot of people in Wigan have told me they will never ever vote Conservative whatsoever. Lib Dems, yeah, who are they, kind of thing. So there's me. So even if it's just for 1 year, put that cross next to Tony Porter, Independent, and let's make a change. Let's make a difference. I'm truly independent, and I am truly, truly a different choice, because I want to communicate with you people. I want you to be part of the running and the whole council. We need to open the council up to people and see what they want, rather than have it dictated to and literally bulldoze through. Anyway, that's it for this video. There are more to come, so it's worth subscribing to the channel. None of these videos for the election have adverts on them. I'm not doing them to make money, but other videos within the YouTube world on this channel do have adverts on them, but just bear with them. Do give Wigan Watch a look as well. I put a couple of Wigan Watch ones in the playlist for the election, including reactions of the market traders after a meeting they had a couple of months ago, and a few other bits and pieces as well. But yeah, have a hunt around, have a look at the Wigan watch, have a look at more of these, click the subscribe button, and let's make a change. Thank you very much.